The question I'm most asked is what inspired me to travel to Pakistan. A better question is, how did Pakistan inspire me? In truth, it was no single event or person or idea that led me on this journey. Rather, it was all of them. Most of all, it was my desire to share my experiences through my lens and not the headlines that make the news. My favorite adventures have been on the paths less taken. Being naturally inquisitive and equally rebellious, I seized on the opportunity to show Pakistan intimately for what it is, a country full of diversity, history, culture, national pride, and unspoiled beauty. It's impossible to talk about Pakistan without talking about its people. There are over 15 major ethnic groups, with almost half of the population being Punjabi. Other groups include Pashtuns, Sindhis, Kashmiri, and Balochi. No single language is spoken here. The official count of spoken languages is somewhere around 73 to 76. It's a country of approximately 221 million people and ranks 5th in the world by population, but only 33rd by size. Over 64% of the Pakistani population is younger than 30, with about half of that number aged 15 to 29 years old. A staggering 44% of children aged 5 to 16 are estimated not to be attending school in Pakistan. In an effort to promote greater access to education, particularly to young girls from the villages who need it most, CalPAC is leading the way by providing a free education, uniforms, and supplies to their students. A highlight of this journey was visiting the classrooms of young girls and boys at the Qatarba Government School while they excitedly demonstrated the lessons of the day. Thanks to the investments CalPAC and their devoted, bright teaching staff are making in these children's education, I'm confident they'll go out and conquer the world one day. Pakistanis are socially oriented, have strong familial bonds, and are indisputably the most hospitable people I've ever met. There are no strangers here, only friends you haven't met. Everyone is welcome with wide open arms. For many Pakistanis, seeing someone from the West is an experience they've only been able to have through the internet. While some people say that people watching is a national pastime here, I've found that these warm, loving, and curious people simply want the opportunity to engage with you. A shy smile becomes an excited grin at the chance to take a click with their new friend or to ask about this far-off place from which you came. Along the way of this life-changing voyage, I was most touched by the overwhelming amount of love and kinship they showed to me. They were gracious hosts and excellent teachers. I'm proud to call these people my friends and endlessly grateful to them for making me feel as if I was one of their own. The Pakistani people are also deeply patriotic, as I witnessed during the electrifying Beating the Retreat ceremony held daily at the Wagah-Attari border. As people shout and sing Dil Dil Pakistan and other national chants, the Indian Border Security Force and Pakistani Rangers, who are probably the tallest men I've ever seen in my life, engage in an exciting show of leg stomping and marching as they make their way to the gate that separates the two countries to lower their flags for the day. Food is the sixth language of love here, most often shown in the form of a cup of chai. Virtually everywhere you go, you'll be offered a cup. It's not just about the chai, though. Endless amounts of freshly made food are happily prepared for guests, and plates are refreshed well before they're finished. As diverse as the landscapes and cultures, each region has developed its own culinary style. Whether you're enjoying a meal from the terrace of a rooftop restaurant or from a vendor along Food Street, the list of foods is endless, and every one of them is food for the soul.
Typical Karachi evening.
मैं लुट गया मान के दिल का कहा मैं कहीं का ना रहा क्या कहूँ मैं दिल बता जरा सा हंस के जो देखा तूने मैं तेरा बिस्मिल हो गया
A sizable 97% of the population is Muslim. Islam first came to the region in AD 700 and it is an indelible part of Pakistani life. It was brought to the area by the Mughal Empire, and with it the ethereal beauty of Muslim arts and culture. During its architectural apogee, some of Pakistan's greatest marvels were built here, including the Wazir Khan Mosque, the Shahi Hammam, Jahangir's Tomb, the Badshahi Mosque, Shalimar Gardens, and Hiran Minar. The indisputable grandeur of the contributions of Islam to Pakistan is undeniable, but its importance on the development and growth of Buddhism throughout the East should not be overlooked. In fact, many scholars believe that the Buddhist religion spread to China, Tibet, Mongolia, and Japan from here. The practicing Buddhists are now virtually extinct, and the ancient city of Taxila remain a reminder of this period. The artistry of Pakistan is everywhere. One such artist is my immensely talented friend Fayaz Ahmed. Fayaz and his father, a UNESCO Seal of Excellence awardee, are the last in a centuries-old lineage who practice Rogan art in Pakistan, which is made by mixing limestone powder with linseed oil and creating a freehand design with a long needle. Another is my dear friend Huma Adnan, who is keeping the tradition of textiles and jewelry making alive by collaborating with the UNHRC to provide sustainable employment to numerous women who so desperately need it. In a less traditional medium, Punjabi craftspeople from the Jhelum district carve ornate decorative objects from salt taken from the Kura mines, the second largest in the world. The mines are famous for the production of pink Himalayan salt and feature a clinical ward that uses salt therapy as a cure. If salt therapy doesn't provide a cure, a trip to the northern regions of the country just might. Murree and Bourbon, which are located a quick 45 minutes away from Islamabad, are nature lovers' paradise. My hope is that after watching this, you become inspired to see Lahore, the city of love, Karachi, the city of lights, Islamabad, the city of peace, or to the pristine, unspoiled terrain of Gilgit-Baltistan, where my journey will be leading me next. Who knows, maybe our paths will cross there. Until then, never stop exploring.